Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rukakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect of this 100% truth. Matthew 19 verse 5 and said, "For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh." They twain, they twain together, they lie down, and they be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. They are now one flesh. Wherefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. So obviously a marriage is only between a man and a woman, like as we know. And when a man lay down with a woman, obviously that's marriage, believe it or not, okay? That's actually marriage, okay? Sex is marriage, not a pagan ceremony, going to the church and making a deal, firming the papers, and there is a pastor in the church, saying, "Oh, do you want to be his wife? Oh, do you want to be her husband for life?" That's not how marriage works in the Bible. According to the scriptures, it's nowhere in the scriptures that says anything of any of these things, which proves all those things are pagan things and ceremonies. The way to marry as the scripture says, is between a man and a woman lying down. Okay, a man should leave his father and mother just to cleave to his wife. Okay, how is that? Well, lying down with her. Okay, that's how it is. So and obviously, like as we know, because there is many things in the Bible, the man can have more than one woman. So the man not only can have only one wife, he can lie as many women he wants to. Obviously, always, if they don't have another man, if they are virgin, if those ones are virgin, or if those ones are virgins, they could have, they could have as many wives as they want to. Now, it's not recommended because it's not the best thing, like the Apostle Paul says, it's better to have only one wife, because it's too much problems to have many. Now, David, Solomon, Noah, one many more. All these prophets in the Bible, that you can see, they have many wives. Okay, all these prophets in the Bible have many wives. Abraham had many wives too, but not many. He has some. He had multiple wives. I believe he had, how many was, like 3? I believe he has. He probably had more. But those were the wives he had. So you're telling me that Abraham was wicked and was evil because he had more than one wife? That's what the Christians teach, because the Christians in these churches, they don't know the scriptures. And what they said you can only have only one woman. That's the laws of Esau, Edom, the devil. That had in this society, which is the so-called white man, who is in rulership right now with this new world order, that you can only have one woman, and now they want to put the woman over the man with the feminist things. No, man, that's not how it works in the Bible. But actually, this society teach that the woman go be with the man he wants, But if the man, has more than one woman, now that's a sin. And also, if the woman had more than one man, they see it as a sin. Now, the thing it is that what they said in this society is that the woman can choose, with one man they want to be, For example, if they are with one man and they don't like it, then they could be with the other, And it's not seen wrong, When it's wrong according to the Bible, because according to the scriptures, the woman should only have only one husband, stay with one husband on his entire life, okay? So, according to the Bible, if a woman, sleep with any other man that is not his husband, that's adultery, okay? That's adultery. That's let me see. Wait a minute, brother. Okay. Leviticus 20 verse 10, and the man that committeth adultery, the man with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress, shall surely be put to death. So like you see on here, the only way, that the only way that a man could commit adultery, the only way that a man is an adulterer is obviously if he wants, or actually more like lie down with another man's wife, If he wants another man's wife, and even worse, if he lies down with her, that means he's an adulterer, okay? He's an adulterer, and he should surely be put to death because obviously he could have as many women he wants to. Yes, obviously, yes, he could have many wives, This is, I know it's many problems. We don't teach you should have it, but I mean, it's not a sin, because the man is over the woman, the man is the head of the woman. So, I mean, obviously, the women need to be virgins, They should only be with him his entire life. If that woman sleeps with another man, she's an adulteress, so the man should leave her, should leave her. And obviously, they both should be put to death. So the woman should only stay with one man in his entire life. However, the man can have as many women he wants to, but if he sleepeth with another man's wife, because the woman is the man's property. If he sleeps with another man's wife, he's also he's an adulterer, and they both shall be put to death. Okay, according to the Bible, to the scriptures, they surely be put to death. Okay, that's how it was in the ancient world when the world was much better. They were being put to death. All these sins, that are in the Bible, many of them were condemned by death. But in this society, it's accepted. That's why the world is collapsing. This is the most wicked and evil world we have ever had. Okay. So I mean, obviously, so like we teach on here, one flesh is when a man lay down with a woman, okay? That's one flesh. They twain and now they are one flesh. That doesn't mean, they need to go to the pagan church, with the pastor, film the papers, and now how it is said. Now they had a wedding, now they had a wedding, and now they do invitations, to the people, to go there, and the woman dress, I mean, to be on there, I mean, saying the woman had a dress. I don't know how it's called, a dress, but yes, I mean, those are evil things, that is not in the scriptures. That is pagan. That is a pagan ceremony. Just like in these other holidays, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and all these holidays are pagan. Those are not in the scriptures. We should keep the holidays that are in the scriptures done, like the Sabbath. That's one holiday we had on there. And we had other holidays, I believe, in the Bible, like the Passover. I believe that was a holiday. But I mean, yes, but like I was saying to you, I mean, yes, the Passover is actually a holiday, on the Bible. But I mean, like I was telling you, I mean, according to the scriptures, Adam and Eve, how they became married, Adam and Eve lay down together, Adam and Eve lay down together. Obviously, they had sex, and now they were married, and they had their sons, Cain and Abel, one was the wicked, the other was the righteous, but yes, they had their sons. Do you truly believe there was a pastor, with the papers, on a ceremony? Come on, man, that's just stupid to think. Nowhere in the Bible does it teach that, So I mean, your Christians truly don't know the scriptures. Sex before marriage doesn't even exist. Because how can sex before marriage exist if the same act of sex is marriage? Okay, so y'all Christians don't understand the scriptures at all. How you get edified? All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rugagodash, Bragada Yahweh Shai, Bragada Rugagodash, Bragadam.